We're at Smart Music. I'm Lewis. This is Scott. Yeah. And we're going to present our pitch today for our upcoming music video.
Sadly, one of our members couldn't be here today. He's quite ill.
Yeah, but we're filling in for him, so it's not a problem.
Right, okay, so I'll kick it off with a concept. We want to create a divide in our audience where we can appeal to two different lifestyles. We want, because obviously some people are lazy, some people are more healthy. So we want our audience to see themselves in our music video. We want to see them put themselves in the character's shoes. Yeah, so it's two completely different males, two different lifestyles. Yeah.
Yeah, so just going to explain the pre-production documents. They're free to read and have a look at that whenever you want to. But basically these documents include scripts, storyboards, shooting scripts, Gantt chart, all that kind of stuff. And that basically makes the process easier for everyone. It makes it easier for us to understand not only what we're actually doing, but how we're going to do it and why we're going to do it. And also, if you guys want to have a look at it later on, it makes the process easier because you guys get an idea of what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, the clients and the audience. So it allows us to explain ideas thoroughly, because us talking about it, that's great, but having physical proof of what we've said and coming back to it later on and looking at things we've missed, that's very important. Visually and technically, with storyboards you get a very visual idea, with all the scripts and the shooting scripts, very technical idea, and it allows for a lot more detail.
Also, I forgot to mention, the song we're actually doing is a remix by All Hazards. It's Around the World versus Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger.
Two Daft Punk songs. Yeah, so we're just going to quickly show you some of our previous work at Smart Music.
Can't sleep, can't breathe. Everything getting harder to find. Everybody jumping out of their mind. Everybody going out of their skin. See, we get to the end, but that's where we begin. You feel it? Mannequins and we breaking the mold. Breaking out and we breaking the codes. Similar to the Jack.
So that advert was produced for a TV advert for Mont Blanc, and the basic idea is that we want it to be very short, snappy, and quick, and mainstream as well. And when you look at that music TV advert, it not as being big-headed, but it does look very professional. It looks like an actual TV advert that can air on TV, and that's because it was edited to a very good standard. We actually produced 4 different versions of the same advert, all with different music, all different tones, and very different cutting to the beat to get the right tone and feel. And obviously it has a very good mainstream appeal with a pop song, which is Go by the Chemical Brothers. So there are a lot of advantages, but at Smart Music, when we like to go into a new project, we like to look back at what we've done before to see what we can emulate the success of previous things, but also avoid disadvantages. And one of the big problems, we have very poor time management. We were actually filming this in the photography studio down the hall, and the great thing is, it looked brilliant. It really suited the advert, the nice white background. But the problem is that I hadn't prepared how much time we had. We only had half an hour to film in there, to set up, to get dressed, and to clear out, basically. So we were rushing around. A lot of shots came up blurry. There was a lot of missing shots, and means it was a very limited location. So to get around this problem, we've chosen locations that are a lot more easier to film in, like James and Callum are the 2 main characters. Callum's the lazy one, James is the healthy one. And they're both teenagers. We're teenagers, so's Joe, who's not here today, sadly. So if we want to film it in the bedroom, we've got 3 different bedrooms to choose from. We can film in there for as long as we want, and we can do reshoots if we need to. So we chose locations that are a lot more varied and easier to film in.
Yeah, and we've got our technical roles as well. I'm the camera operator for this. For this, I'm responsible for all the shots, capturing all the footage, making sure the camera's ready, all the equipment's in check. Do you want to explain?
Yeah, I'm the technical director. That basically means I've got to get all the equipment from one place to another, so from our studios or from Loughborough College to the filming location and back, making sure it gets there safely and securely. Also, we're going to make sure I get all the shots I envision, making sure that the shots that I've envisioned, the storyboard and previously in the pre-production, is actually coming to fruition in front of me during the production stage. And also one thing that I think people forget about directors is not just shouting at people and telling them telling people where to point the camera and how to you know, what lens to use and all that. It's not just that, it's about a good team effort, about getting on with everyone. It's communicating with people behind the scenes and making sure people are aware and comfortable with what's going on in the filming process. And I'm also the post-production supervisor, which basically means I supervise the post-production stage. And that basically means I do all the editing, and I've got to make sure all the files from the camera get safely onto some sort of other hard drive and also possibly some cloud storage. And yeah, that's my job as post-production supervisor. Joe is the CGI and effects editor, so he just does any like color correction or brightness and contrast adjustment during the post-production stage. Yes, we've got some scripts here. Scott's going to hand them out. Yeah, sure. Basically, the script is just the blueprint of the project. It's a very simple text-based method of showing us how the narrative is going to go and what's going to happen in the narrative. And I decided not to include any camera shots, just when the camera changes, but no camera shots because I'm doing a shooting script and a storyboard already. So I thought with a script, just focus on the narrative and the characters and what they're going through and what's happening. Yeah, so this is the shooting script. You can see the shooting script in the planning documents. But basically, I did what shot number it was, what storyboard panel it's referring to, the location, so if it's in James's house or it's in a park or a gym, the shot type, if it's a close-up or a mid-shot, what angle, what movement, and what's going on in the actual shot. So as technical director, I'm going to be carrying the shooting script with me on the day of production and going through every single shot. So if we're filming in James's house on the 1st of April, we're going to make sure every shot we finish, we tick it off, and we do multiple takes, but once that shot's done and then we're happy with it, you tick it off. And then just make sure we don't miss anything, because with the Mont Blanc one, I had to reshoot scenes because we were missing shots from the photography studio. So I had to reshoot certain parts in B block in the green screen room. So this shoot script allows us to actually make sure we're not missing anything and getting every single shot we need to.
Yeah, we've also got the Gantt chart, which basically keeps everybody in check, keeps everyone organised. Yeah, obviously we're completely past the planning documents now and we're going into production. Yeah, we've got it all marked off, we've allowed contingency time, we've listed all the time we've got off, half term, everything like that. Yeah, and we've got locations as well. First location we wanted to use was the Royal Oak in Gwaun. Our colleague Joe actually owns this pub, so we've got permission to use it, it's easy to access. Obviously we're going to have to use it out of hours sort of thing. We've got Joe's car as well, which we plan to shoot in. Quorn Park, Joe's house, which he owns, which is at the back of his pub. And then we've got Lewis's house as well, which is also a pub. Yeah, we chose the park just because it's, we chose the pub just because it's a place where our characters can meet and it can be social. There's a chilled out vibe to the pub. Joe's car, it shows one of our characters, James, being independent, driving, living his own life. Quorn Park, we want to use it as an area for our healthy character James to run through. There are some cool pathways through there where the trees cutting out and we can cut to the beat using that. Yeah, we wanted to use the bus station in Leicester as well to show our less healthy character Callum getting the bus. Yeah. Joe's house, we need to show James being independent, living on his own. And then the Crown in Heather, which is our second location where one of them lives, and it's easily accessible all the time.
Yeah, so here's the storyboard. The storyboard gave us a better idea of what visually we want as technical director and creatively. And two main types of shots we're going to repeat throughout the entire music video. So we want loads of really close-up shots, really fast close-up shots to cut to the beat of the song. Because as you heard earlier, it's a very fast song, it's a very fast tempo. So the drum beat is constantly changing. So we want shots to change and to compensate with the fast beat. So we're going to have things like James opening a door, then Callum turning on the shower, or James opening the fridge, Callum walking out the door, that kind of thing, just cutting to loads of little things, like maybe James playing with his phone, loads of things like that. And then also we're going to have some mid shots from the back of the characters. So here we've got Callum. While their actions will be synchronised, so while James is out running to the streets working out, Callum will be lazy and he'll be doing some sort of essay where he's like having to fight the deadline about his university work. And here you can see the third one on this top row. Here's Callum on the computer. These mid shots are going to be over the character's shoulders, and the whole idea of that is you get to see from their perspective what's going on in their life. And also the whole idea, we don't want to see James and Callum's face until the very end. It almost builds a bit of mystery. You might see them from the side a little bit, like in the shots here. But the whole idea is you either see them from far away, or the back of the head, or very to the side. You don't get a proper view of what they look like. But at the very end, it will reveal that they're actually friends. They come into this nice shot together. Some sort of confrontation there from over each other's shoulders, from the opposite way. But then they actually come together in this one mid-shot. You finally see them as friends, happy, and they'll go out to work in the gym together, and then afterwards they'll relax in the pub, and the song and video will end on a very poignant note with them as friends smiling together in the pub. But yeah, we're just going to quickly show you some examples of our influential videos.
Is your head spinning? Is your heart racing? Is there fire in your veins? Are your bones burning? Is your skin yearning? 'Cause you're driving me insane. I kinda feel like I saw the light.
Yeah, now we'll show you another video. That was Martin Garrix, Don't Look Down. And this one is a beach waiting for love. We'll skip to the middle part. We'll just do that here. Yeah, so the basic idea is that with the Martin Garrix music video, you're seeing everything from the perspective of the main character. So we don't really get what they look like, it's all from their perspective. The same with the mid shots that we're going for. And that's to give the audience a better idea of what's going on in their life. And you see them go through daily routines like getting in the shower, getting in the car, that kind of thing. We want to repeat that idea. And then with the beaching, it's very different. It's like a very strong narrative. It's all about this old man looking for his wife, and he can't find her. He's kind of gone mental and gone on this road trip. And you have a very good, strong emotional connection to this character. And that's what we want. We want to fuse both aspects together with all from the perspective of the characters, and at the same time you have emotional attachment to them. Because with this one, you don't see the character's face. It's all about from his perspective, which is great. But we want to emulate also that emotional attachment. And we're going to quickly show you some teaser footage. Yeah, that was all from James' perspective. We didn't get any shots from Callum yet, but that was just very quick 30-minute teaser footage. So thank you for listening. Thank you for your company. Are there any questions?
Thank you very much.